What's up, guys? I'm going to break down why doing too much cardio is making you fat and tired. And the number one thing you could be doing right now in order to feel double the amount of energy you have and get that lean, toned physique that you've always dreamed of. And for some of you, or maybe new to my world, or maybe don't know who I am just yet, my name is Tyler Jones, and I was a former sports sales executive for about a year in the NFL. So prior to being in sports sales, I was already a fitness coach for about 3 years, helped many people change their lives, over about 100 people, lose stubborn fat, build lean muscle. And when I transitioned into sports sales, that's when my schedule changed. That's where I went from owning my own schedule, being able to work out 5 days a week, to barely being able to work out at all and working 60, 70, sometimes 80 hours a week, depending on being in season. And I remember in the first 4 to 5 months, I had gained about 30 pounds of stubborn fat. I was overweight at this point and just super stressed out, had high levels of anxiety, and really didn't love myself. I had low levels of confidence, and I just felt super stuck. So I did what most people do when they're in a place of feeling stuck or don't necessarily know where to go or get out of their situation. I started, doing cardio. I tried to go back to the gym, started doing some cardio, doing some runs. I started, cutting out the carbs. I started eating super less portions. And crazy enough, in the beginning, I did see some results. I lost about like 5, 7 pounds in the first couple weeks. I was feeling a lot better. But then, I hit a plateau pretty quickly. And which left me super frustrated because I'm like, I barely have time to work out. Cardio or running is the only thing I can seem to do because I couldn't go, lift weights or go to the gym really as much. So cardio I could do outside, especially during the summertime. And I was just hitting a plateau and I just didn't see anything happening after that. And then eventually I regressed right back and put on the weight back that I had already lost, gained. So I was still stuck at that 30 pounds, which left me super, demotivated, wanted to give up, and not confident at all, guys. And it wasn't until I stumbled upon this one thing after deciding to set aside my pride and asking for help from another coach to get out of the situation that I was in. And I'm super happy to share this number one key that you guys can use right now that will help you not only lose stubborn fat, but get that lean, toned physique that you've always wanted. Not the skinny fat where you have barely any muscle definition and you're just very skinny. Or, again, just being overweight, having a bunch of stubborn fat, and, just not being proud of what you see in the mirror. So if you guys are super excited about this, because I am too, make sure to take notes on this as well. So let's jump right in, guys. So number one, the key to fat loss and muscle building and getting that toned physique. Number one is metabolic weight lifting, guys. So before I jump in and I go over a quick example, what that can look like for you, I'm going to actually break down the exact routine that I started to do throughout my time that helped me end up losing that 30 pounds of stubborn fat in the next 4 months after I had gained it. But one of the biggest mistakes I see, people in the world of sports and just people in general make is they try to run their way to a clean, to a tone lean physique, right? Like people always rely back on cardio, and because they hear calories in versus calories out. If I just run a lot, then I'll get the lean tone physique I've always wanted. And it's kind of like this, right? If you're eating super low calories, you're fueling your body with the right stuff. If you just always do cardio, right, and you're not taking care of your muscles, there's no reason for them to be there, right? Like eventually, if you are doing all the calls, that you need to do in your career, you're busting out hundreds and hundreds, but you're not getting any return, you're not really making any sales. Eventually, you're not going to enjoy being in the career anymore and just want to go find something else. You just don't feel like you're needed here, or this is the right place for you. The same thing goes for your muscle, guys. If you're not training it, if you're not working out, if you're not utilizing what you have, then there's no point for your body to hold on to it anymore. And that's the thing about cardio, guys. The cardio, yes, it burns calories, but it also burns muscle too if you do too much of it versus when you're doing metabolic weight training. And the reason why is because, again, calories are not just body fat. It's also a combination of muscle, water, everything you need that your body has. So if you're just running your way and burning calories, muscle is also being burned along with it if you're not fueling it properly, you're not eating the right amount of food, protein, or you're not using like weights to train it to make it stronger, to make sure your body wants to still have it and utilize it. So again, the biggest mistake, number one, is people just try to run their way to a lean physique, and that's just not the case. So I want to give you guys a quick breakdown of like a push-pull, simple push-pull leg split. There's a bunch of modifications you can find out if you're gym doesn't have this or you're working out at home. But here's a quick example, for a simple 3-day split. A lot of my clients, are on a 3-day split. Obviously, it's custom built for them and their lifestyle. I couldn't do all that on here because it takes a lot of things into account when building a program out. But here's a simple plan that people can follow. That way you can start getting to the gym, start building muscle, and actually start to see results and make sure that you get that tone physique that you're looking for. So again, this link will be, I'll clip this link in the bio so you can make sure to hold on to this document. But like I said, just make sure to take something like this, follow it, go to the gym, and you'll definitely start to see some results just by you showing up and implementing this stuff. So before I go into the bonus tips, guys, the second biggest mistake that I see when it comes to, people doing too much cardio is, again, they're doing boring forms of cardio, because at the end of the day, guys, cardio should be a supplement. It should not be the main thing, right? It should be the supplement to your weight training routine. So that's why I recommend doing cardio 2 to 3 times per week. But again, most people are doing the boring ways of cardio, whether just going for just runs, or they're sitting on the treadmill or on an incline or doing the Stairmaster at the gym. At the end of the day, guys, cardio doesn't have to be just that. It could be a lot more fun things, like you just going on a simple walk, or you going to playing sports if you're in a league, right? Or, I don't know, just going on a bike ride. Whatever it is, you can do fun ways of cardio that will actually make it enjoyable, so that way you stick with something long term. It's the same thing with the weight training aspect as well. If your exercise routine is not fun or you're not enjoying it, you're not going to stick to it long term. It won't be sustainable. So that's why that's why I always recommend to my clients, do fun ways of cardio, right? To stay active, whether it's going for walks, listening to a podcast, getting some time to yourself, or if it's playing sports. I have a lot of clients that play in, rec leagues or, co-ed leagues, where they play like things like hockey, basketball, soccer, right? Just things that they enjoyed, or the sports they played growing up. They use that as their form of cardio. And that way they have enjoyment and they have fun, but then they really focus and hone in on the weight training side of things, so they keep the muscle that they already have and they continue to build more. Because again, guys, if you're not eating the right amount of protein, you're not doing the right amount of weightlifting, the right workouts for your body type and what your goals are, your body is not going to hold on to the muscle. So we want to make sure that they do. And I want to go over some bonus tips for you guys real quick. Again, like I said, hit your daily protein intake. If you're about 200 pounds, aim for about 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, which would be a range of 160 to 200 grams. Or eat the amount of protein for your goal weight. So say if let's just say 200 pounds, but your goal weight is 150, then eat about 150 grams of protein if you want to make it simpler per day. So that way you maintain the muscle mass that you do have, because then, guys, if you're not eating the right amount of protein, your body's not going to hold on to the muscle that it does have. And 2, if you're not eating the right amount of protein, your body's not going to build on top of what you already do have. So again, it's a double-edged sword. So that's why making protein intake number 1 priority is a huge focus. The second bonus tip is to sleep 7 to 9 hours per night, guys. So no matter what, if you're eating the right things, you're in the calorie deficit, you are lifting the weights, if you're not getting enough sleep, guys, you will not see results. And that is because your muscle is torn apart in the gym because you're lifting, but it's rebuilt and comes back bigger and stronger while you're sleeping. And again, if you're not getting sleep, your body's not going to recover. That is, again, you're going to feel super low energy. And again, you're not going to have the tools for your body to, again, build the muscle back up. So that way you can see that lean muscle tone physique results that you've been looking for. So sleep is very huge, guys. And use cardio as a supplement. Like I mentioned, 2 to 3 times per week is enough. You can go for walks daily, but I mean more so like if you're going for runs or playing sports, do it at least 2 to 3 times a week, nothing more than that, guys. And lastly, the biggest tip, what makes a healthy individual, guys, it doesn't matter what the number on the scale always says. It's really your muscle mass to your body fat ratio. And the more you lift weights and the more muscle that you build, the more body fat your body will start to let go of in a more efficient way, making you a healthier individual, and it will naturally speed up your metabolism. So that is why it's super key to always lift weights, because again, you're not just building muscle, you're also losing body fat. And obviously, in order to lose more body fat, you need to have more muscle at the end of it all. So guys, I hope this was super helpful. Again, Coach Tyler here as always. If you ever want to connect, feel free to hit the links in the bio. You can connect with me on Instagram or LinkedIn. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you felt it was helpful so other people can see it. And again, if you feel like you're struggling on your journey in the world of sports and you feel like, hey, you'd benefit from getting some support or just getting more clarity on your goals, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn or Instagram. Like I said, it's in the bio below, and we can connect, see if we'd be a fit to work together, or see how I can potentially, if or how I potentially I can support you on your journey. And as always, family, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Peace.